I just quit my corporate job. And no, it wasn't because I overachieved my financial goals. It wasn't just burnout. It was like falling out of love for a job that you used to call the dream and choosing to end it yourself before getting dumped. Imagine being in a relationship with the person you love, but everything you do is not taken seriously because you are so much younger. Every day you show up as your best self and you pour your everything into this relationship, but somehow it's always not enough. And then you watch them with other people and you realize how easy it is for them to get the appreciation that you wanted from this person without them having to do anything at all. So then it's clear that it's not what you do, it's you that they actually hate. But they don't say that to your face, they just take whatever you give them, and when you finally get tired and drained, they let you go like it's your fault you can't stay. That's how it's been for me with this job that I quit recently. I know I'm not the only one experiencing workplace bullying, especially as the youngest, but this decision didn't happen overnight. It was months and months of back and forth until it became very clear that if I didn't quit, I was going to be laid off. So here are the 5 things that made it clear to me that it's time to go. Number 1, I was losing myself. Waking up every day became such a depressing moment because you're already sure that the whole day is gonna make you hate yourself even more. I'm a person driven by productivity and I hate wasting my time over anything else. That's why it's so frustrating to get that productive energy and become really proud of what you've accomplished only for your idea, concept, proposal, report to be swept under the rug and not even be properly read. But then you hear this concept from a different person and suddenly everybody's clapping like they've never heard it from you first. You are caught up in a cage that is designed to make you hate yourself and waste your potential. I realized that this job is costing me way too much more than I can afford. I can't afford to lose myself, to lose my best years, to lose my drive and passion, and be brainwashed into thinking that I am not enough and that I can never be enough. If you find yourself in a similar situation, please remember that you are your own best personal asset. If you lose faith in yourself, it's almost like game over for you already. So when I looked in the mirror and could not find the person I was before I get consumed by the corporate slave system, I thought to myself, if this is the dream job, why can't I find a dreamer? She's gone, her lights are dimmed, and she doesn't even want to wake up anymore. That's the first thing that made me feel the need to pack my bags and leave. Second, it felt like a dead end. It was such a sad realization when it finally hit me that there is no next chapter waiting for me in this company. I really love my job. It allowed me to be creative but also be full-on administrative. Ever since I was a little girl, I would always dress up to be this office girl but also really creative and not just doing some boring repetitive work. That's when I realized that marketing is the best fit for the 2 worlds that I am passionate about. I like systems, I like analyzing data, I like studying patterns in people, I like problem solving, I like sitting in front of a computer, challenging myself over and over again with new ideas for campaigns. I like strategizing, but I also love creating, I like designing, and I love writing. So then when it started feeling like the lessons I could learn from this company just maxed out and my efforts were going nowhere because they could not believe in me and my vision, I knew that the only lessons left for me there were patience and endurance. Those are both important, but I think I've done enough of it. I want growth, but I don't really see myself growing in that kind of environment in the next year, 5 years, or 10 years later. There was no path for any skill or personal development open for me, and it felt like the end of the road. It's just like stagnant water that's not going anywhere, and I can't swim forever. I aged year by year, so I figured it's time to get out of the water. It's toxic for me. And there goes the third one. Toxic workplace culture. From what I said in the first and second key points, it's kinda obvious that I was in a toxic workplace environment. Excessive gossip, backstabbing, bullying, and discrimination and favoritism. I can't remember any interaction I had with my coworkers that felt uplifting or genuinely collaborative. No one was a friend of no one. And there were some people so hungry for validation that they take every credit for a team effort. I got tired watching people who should have been working together to keep things running smoothly sabotaging one another's work. Like, how can you expect any successful outcome from that? And there goes the fact that I was basically invisible except for when my work is taken over by someone else and they need to use my files and continue on what I started. You can't force any living organism to grow in an environment where it is toxic for any form of life. So if you are there right now, start thinking if it's really worth it to stay in an environment where growth is not possible and the trajectory of your life can be influenced by the wrong people. Fourth, the red flags are no longer hidden. In this day and age, it's really important to know the signs and see that the company could be downsizing, cutting costs, especially with the emergence of AI. After so many back and forths, this time was different. It was pretty clear that they were bit by bit replacing me with AI. The company was restructuring and my workload was shrinking dramatically. When the people under me resigned, their roles were not backfilled, so that left a really big hole in my work routine because I had to do the work of more people all by myself. The additional tasks they were giving me were short horizon and they couldn't really give me a structured plan for the next quarter. Graphic designs and other corporate design projects were generated by AI, and even some of the templates and worksheets originally constructed by me were replaced by AI generated sheets. It was like they weren't trying to hide their plans anymore. And I'm really grateful for that. But what I really would have appreciated is if they just became honest about it. The bullying in the months before I resigned was over the top. It was like they were on a mission to make me quit and hate myself for it. So, bottom line, watch out for these red flags because it's a lot better for your peace of mind and financial situation if you could prepare and then quit instead of being laid off all of a sudden with no safety net at all. Lastly, number 5, the universe gave me a go signal. I have had a fair share of setbacks and difficult situations where it felt like it's impossible to get through it when you're in the middle of it. But I like to believe that I am being taken care of. Every time I lost something, it wasn't a loss. It was just a little cleanup to make space for something that is even greater. Over time, I developed the skill to find a detour. If I feel like there is no way I could get through something, there has to be a detour set for me somewhere. I just need to look for the signs. And so before I quit, I saw the signs I mentioned earlier, and the little details in my life just started to shift as if preparing me for a big change. It could be anything actually, like a specific apartment that seemed like it was built for you and you only is suddenly open for lease, and your mind is now ready for new skills. A job opening could be aligned for you as well. But you have to really pay attention because these things, they are subtle. But if you really started thinking that you are being taken care of, you will always win. It can make you see that every setback is just a little detour. It's a redirection. And in difficult situations like losing a job or having to leave, it is essential to have a good mindset. It's the first thing you will need to gain that strength to start again. If you're watching this video up to this point and you're thinking of quitting your job or you're feeling anxious that you could be laid off, just step back a little and try to see the bigger picture. If you are someone that is being taken care of, you'll be fine. A road is under construction for you right now. You will get through this, there will be a way, and you will find it. That's all for this video. Goodbye.